Deborah, thank you guys so much for joining us
Pleasure
today.
You're welcome.
Just wondered if you guys could tell us a little bit about what brought you guys to the Sallie house to begin with, like when you guys moved there.
Take that one, or she's better with the history.
She gives the whole thing.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I loved it. Yeah, we were just growing our family. We found out we were pregnant. We needed, another place to be, and it was a quick decision. It was right next to where his brother lived, and he had a bird's eye some advice that it was open. It was newly renovated, and so we kind of jumped on it before it was even like out on the market, and it looked perfect for us.
Yeah, real good.
It had an open floor plan, which I love, and room to grow our family. So
It's a fairly old house too.
we learned that after.
Yeah,
And once things started getting like a little weird in there, we started doing some history on it and found out it was 128 years old. Wow. And that was 20 years ago, so it's almost 150 years old now.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of older
history.
houses and just.
Yeah, it's a whole town.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell me your first experience with the house that made you question things.
I'd say the first one that actually made me question, we have little things. You get up to go to sleep at night or go to bed, and the TV might turn on and off 4 or 5 times when you're going upstairs. You have to keep coming down.
The electricity, something in the kitchen would ding a timer, or the microwave, or the oven, or something.
Ceiling lights in the living room and dining room would blink off and on, but there were still things that you could, at least we did. We were like,
People
we must
want
have
to
a
be
short in
logical about it.
electricity.
You don't automatically jump to the conclusion that, we've got ghosts.
I think
Right.
first thing for me that I started thinking was I would get up in the morning and come downstairs, and there were pictures we had hanging on the stairs, and they would be turned upside down. And usually there's one in particular of her and me that seemed to be every morning I come downstairs, it was upside down. And I couldn't figure out, why would she do that? Was she trying to tell me something? But that was probably the first thing that just seemed strange. I couldn't blow it off. It was like an electrical short or wind blowing through the house or anything like that. And then we had the candles.
Well, I think the candles were after. I think the first big hello smack in the face was the night with the bears.
Yeah, that was weird. That was we'd come back from my parents' house, I think.
We'd spend all day. My sister had come up because we were having problems with the baby sleeping. And my sister came up for a week to try and give us a little bit of rest, and oh my God, it was like a godsend.
Mm-hmm.
We were the most exhausted parents because the baby through the night would wake up like every hour and an hour. And he'd be clean, he'd be dry, and, he not too warm, not too cold. We just couldn't figure out why.
How old was your baby this time?
He was newborn.
Okay.
He was born in the house
Yeah.
in June of '93. And so when she came to visit, it was wonderful. She had the baby downstairs. Baby slept almost through the whole night except for one midnight feeding. He was only a month old, so he was still feeding at night. And so her last night there, we went and we got a bunch of scary movies, and we got snacks to eat. We figured we would just hunker down in the living room. And you had gone upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back downstairs and he said,
I'd gone up to put the diaper bag away. And when I went up, I turned the light on, and there were, I believe it was 3 teddy bears or 3 stuffed animals that were sitting in the center of the floor, just kind of each like in a circle. And I thought it was weird because anybody knows her, she's very anal about everything's in its place. And I thought, now why would she leave those there? And so I just come down and asked her, I said, were you and Karen playing with the baby upstairs? Because stuffed animals were on the floor, and she was clueless what I was talking about. So,
I didn't understand I couldn't fathom what he was talking about.
so we ventured back up there together and looked, and
When we got up there were a lot more than that. There were more than 3. It was like every stuffed animal from the shelf and from
had been
the
taken
rocking
and just
chair and
put on the floor.
cradle. and we're all in the middle of the floor.
Oh, wow.
And we kind of, especially me, because I'd been up there once, I was kind of like in shock, like, what the hell's going on?
And we looked at each other thinking one of us was going to like give it up and say, oh, I did it.
It was
And
pretty funny because we started looking in closets. We're like, okay, my little brother's hiding somewhere in here. We're opening doors looking for
well, and
anything.
when we put everything back and went back down the stairs, we shut the light out and everything. By the time we got down to the bottom of the stairs, the light turned back on again. And we're all kind of like, oh my God, and we all, race back up and there's a bear sitting in the middle of the floor.
And we had just
So at this point, we know we've been within feet of each other.
Yeah.
And so that's when we started looking for strings and magnets. The windows in the room had been shut. So it wasn't that. We started looking for people in the closets and under beds and around, just to rule out everything possible. And then we went back downstairs, and you try to mull it through your head, and
we were just making each other more scared.
Yeah.
And some of these things were happening when you guys would have family and friends over too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have company over, and one incident I remember, we had a wooden rocking horse for the baby, and we were sitting there at the table talking, and all of a sudden the ears of it just lit up on fire, and the fire was kind of like you light a torch.
Yeah, a torch.
Just straight up, and then it went out. And we went over there, and our friends were like, what the heck, freaking out, and we're freaking out. And went over, and the ears were actually, if you read the tag on it, flame retardant. So that really, but it was weird stuff like that. The ears would light up. We had we were sitting around a table again, and we were having a birthday party for Taylor, I think it was. And we were all talking, and everybody saw a light kind of fly under the table. And
The end was like bubbled and brown or black, and
it was
melted.
burnt like from the inside out. So
We had a lot of
that.
things like that.
It's crazy.
Go on.
You guys rented, you didn't own the house, right?
No,
No.
never owned it.
Okay. You guys, while you lived there, caught some amazing pictures while you were there. Can you tell us a little bit about those pictures?
Sure.
There's one like with a shadow in the toy room, I believe.
Yeah, newborn, you're snapping pictures all the time. And,
Sure.
you don't think about it. You just, and went to Walmart and had them developed and went back to pick them up, and I'm standing at the register in the lines, along at Walmart, of course. And
This is before digital.
It's done Instamatic.
We're talking 20 years ago.
Exactly.
And so I take them out of the pack, and the first one on the top, which wasn't the first one on the negative, but somebody else thought it was interesting too because it was on the top. My knees about buckled, literally, because it was like just this mass over what I had taken a picture of my son's crib. And it just, it's hard to describe, just it was like a black dread just fall from, your neck into your chest into feet, and and it was just the creepiest thing. And
Yeah,
there were two of them that were like that.
Had the blue on them,
That had the blue
shadow
on them.
kind of figure looked good.
And he thought,
Yeah, I didn't think much of it when I saw those two. I thought, well, somebody spilled ink or something on them when they were developing. And then we flipped through a few more, and we'd had, no, I guess those came later. The ones from the barber's visit.
Yeah. Eventually, sightings, we had been invited to partake in the sightings episodes, and one of the things that we kind of set forth first is that if you want to use these photos, check these photos out first and debunk whatever you're going to debunk. Don't put us on national TV and do this. Make sure that these are the real things.
We don't want to say we have a ghost
Because we're not,
spilled ink on the picture.
we're not saying they're paranormal, but they look awful creepy.
And that picture of your son was in this book, isn't it? With the mask?
Yeah.
And the grip?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's,
Black and white.
unfortunately, there's not as many pictures in the book as I would have liked to have had. I would have liked to have had a whole, section in the book of pictures and that, and color, no less. But not in this one, I guess.
Well,
You
definitely
guys-
that one stood out for me.
You guys sought sightings out, right? Or did
No.
did you send them the pictures, or?
No,
And
when we
it's
had that trouble the night with the
Uh-huh.
or bears, and you didn't even hear the funniest part about that. But We all
Sour and treat.
We grabbed everything, couch cushions, so Tony would have something to lay on. We grabbed the dog, the 2 cats, the baby, all the baby's diaper stuff, any snacks we wanted from the kitchen that we ever thought we would
The
need.
TV.
A cooler with milk in it and stuff. Everything we thought, the TV, the
dog,
VCR.
The dog was the
We
big-
all stuffed it in our bedroom.
And we hid.
And thought we were safe.
Yeah, from a ghost. We hid in the room.
And we look back now thinking, ghost, entity, whatever it is, must have been just laughing there. You know, thinking, these people, can you imagine
You do
watching
wonder.
us? Yes!
What they see, what they're thinking.
What are these stupid people doing?
I feel kind of stupid sometimes doing an investigation with some of the things that I say. Like, they're probably wondering, what is this guy talking about? Why is he saying that?
That's why.
Why is he asking me to tap on the wall?
That's why I kind of, when we go into investigations, and try and think of, them as just regular people. And thanks for letting us come in today, and, it just, because then you don't sound so stupid, and they feel more like they're respected, I think.
Absolutely.